That house is a picture from 1899. It was built in 1894. So that's an original look of what the house looks like, and you can see so little has changed.
Yeah.
So it's kept its original integrity and beauty from all these decades later.
And real important to note that this is a Danvers heritage issue and not a religious one. We probably need a room far greater than this to actually talk about the religious side of this. There is no religious intent from our group. It's simply to create some common sense and to save this building.
Has anybody tried to get somebody to move it? I mean, they talk in here about a chance of moving it to a new location.
If it's, yes, okay? If there was unlimited time to raise the funds to do such a thing, more importantly, find a location for it. It seems as though one does not exist. Perhaps that would be an option.
We looked into it a lot, and actually Nancy McCann, who's the lawyer for St. Mary's, has put ads in the Boston Globe and the Salem News saying that the church would give it away for free. And yes, that's often called upon when we're doing these preservation situations like this, but 99.9% of the time it does not happen because there's no place to move such a large building to. The town, Susan Fletcher we're dealing with, and Susan works for the town, and she's in planning and development, and she knows all about where the town owns land, and there just isn't any place.
So preservation or parking lot, or preservation and parking lot. So here's the compromise we've alluded to. You can preserve the original structure, take down just the back 38 feet, which could be called the dump. It's square looking, it looks like a lot of things in town are starting to. It reveals 16 spots still on the back, and I'm going to show you a diagram, 5 on the side, 21 total from 36. We're only losing 15. Preserves that so-called streetscape and also the architecture that we've discussed. There's the back portion. It would also require taking down the porch.
The side porch.
The side porch, yeah.
Portico, yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Which is not original.
And
Oh, it's not?
No.
so this is essentially,
Pretty good side.
this is from the front. Here's the side portico,
Yeah.
and then obviously the rear, and you've got 16 spots still.
And then right next to that, Lou, is the other architectural building who just said we can use their parking lot.
There's 16 spots.
So that has never been introduced to
Yeah.
me in the entire time we've
Oh, I'm
talked.
sorry that I-
No, it's just good news. It's going in the right
I was
direction.
saving it up for now.
Yeah, wow. But really, when you formalize that, hey, it's yours. You lease it. 100
Yeah.
years for $1. Church, Sundays, there's another 10. I mean, come on.
16.
So, and there's 16 spots there. And they're only losing by saving the front part of the building,
Zero.
just about the same amount.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
This would be an opportunity to do a lot of good for the community and still maintain some of what they need to do with parking.
I have something I'd like to say. My name is Susie Quantrius, and I live at 26 School Street, right around the corner from St. Mary's Church. And I simply wanted to say this, is this particular piece of property is commercially zoned. I sat back many years ago and watched Danvers Savings Bank take down 3 houses for parking lots. And at the time that happened, I thought, I was in business, and I get, well, business is business, and business has to go on, and I got it. And I didn't say anything. And I drive by those places now, and I see those parking lots, and it bums me out. So when this came up, and I said, I'll work on this. This is gonna really affect that street. And it put a huge hole on Conant Street, huge,
Yeah.
huge hole.
yeah, 2 parking lots next to each other.
Oh
you
my
know.
goodness.
You know, and there's neighbors here, there's people here that look out the window and see this lot. And these folks right here, a lot of the people in this room are neighbors.
And that's why we're doing the 6 months. I've had to explain that every Sunday. People are, why are you doing it now? I'm like, that 6-month period isn't to punish someone, it's to try to come up with an alternative.
Yeah.
But if the other side won't even talk to anybody, I mean, he won't talk to us. We had I addressed the selectmen a couple months ago, and they said, well, we are on your side, all of us. What could we do? So the new town manager, Steve Bertha, he's a good writer, he penned a letter to the Archdiocese and Father Doyle saying, please, don't do this. We are the selectmen. Bill Clark says, well, they're gonna have to answer us. So like a couple months went by and they got a letter saying, I'm sorry, but this has gone into our review. This is what we're going to do. Thank you very much for your concern.
And that letter's in the packet.
Not even a letter hardly back. Wasn't even like 2 sentences.
While this isn't solely about the beauty of the house inside or outside, for those of us who've never been in, myself included, it's great to just see some of the pictures inside, just some of the woodwork. You'll notice you're not going to find many fireplaces built quite like that these days. It's a quarter sawn white oak. Libby wanted me to really emphasize that. Again, I'm not on the preservation side of things, but those of you who have an interest in older buildings, you may know more about what that means, but you can just see it in the picture. And you know, Home Depot doesn't sell that.
And they will go in and what'll happen, and we've seen it, I've seen this disappointing situation many times. Not so often it's such a visual house as this one is for the town. But they go in and they start ripping the place apart. You know, they take out the fireplace and they'll take out the, you know, the railing. So it looks like crap, then you go like, oh, the hell with it.
Danvers loses an average of 5 historic houses a year. Do that math over the course of the rest of our lifetimes. And what's the town look like? And it's not our quote, although I wish I wrote it, but a town without old buildings is like a man without a memory. And,
True.
you know,